What if I told you that the most powerful man in ancient Rome followed 7 specific daily habits that made him mentally invincible? Marcus Aurelius did not become a legendary emperor and philosopher by accident. He had a precise daily system based on Stoic principles that you can start implementing today to transform your own life completely. Stay with me until the end because I am going to give you the exact blueprint he used and show you how to adapt each habit for modern life. These are not feel-good suggestions. These are battle-tested practices that created one of history's greatest leaders, and they will work for you too if you commit to them. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. But he did not just think positive thoughts and hope for the best. He had specific daily practices that shaped those thoughts into tools of power, wisdom, and resilience. Each habit I am about to share builds on the previous one, creating a complete system for mental mastery that the ancient Stoics developed through centuries of testing. What actually works versus what sounds good in theory. Habit 1 is morning reflection before the world wakes up. Marcus Aurelius started every single day with what he called his morning discipline. Before checking messages, before talking to anyone, before making any decisions, he would spend time alone with his thoughts, preparing his mind for whatever the day might bring. This was not passive meditation. This was active mental preparation. He would remind himself of his core principles, visualize potential challenges, and set his intentions for how he wanted to respond to difficult people and situations. The modern application is simple but powerful. Wake up 15 minutes earlier than usual and spend that time in deliberate reflection. Ask yourself 3 questions every morning. What kind of person do I want to be today? What challenges might arise? And how will I handle them with wisdom and virtue? What am I grateful for right now that I might take for granted later? This habit alone will give you a massive advantage because most people start their day reacting to emails, news, and other people's agendas instead of setting their own mental foundation first. Habit 2 is the discipline of desire throughout the day. This is about training yourself to want what happens rather than demanding that what you want should happen. Marcus Aurelius practiced accepting reality as it is while working skillfully with whatever circumstances he encountered. He would regularly remind himself that he cannot control external events, but he has complete control over his responses to those events. The practical implementation is to catch yourself whenever you feel frustrated, disappointed, or angry about something that is outside your control. Traffic, other people's behavior, weather, delays, unexpected problems. Instead of fighting against these realities, practice saying, "This is what is happening right now, and I can work with this." Ask yourself, what opportunity does this situation contain? How can I respond in a way that builds my character rather than damages it? What would the person I want to become do in this exact moment? Habit 3 is the evening review every single night without exception. Marcus Aurelius ended each day by examining his actions, thoughts, and responses. He would honestly assess where he lived up to his values and where he fell short. But this was not about self-criticism or guilt. It was about learning and improvement. He treated each day as a laboratory for testing his principles and refining his character. Your evening review should include 4 elements. What did I do well today that I want to repeat tomorrow? What did I do poorly that I want to improve? What did I learn about myself, others, or life in general? How can I apply what I learned to become better tomorrow? Write these reflections down. The act of writing forces deeper thinking and creates a record of your growth over time. This habit transforms every day into a learning experience instead of just a series of random events. Habit 4 is voluntary discomfort to build mental toughness. The Stoics deliberately practiced small hardships to prepare for larger ones. Marcus Aurelius would occasionally sleep on hard surfaces, eat simple foods, wear basic clothes, and expose himself to minor discomforts to strengthen his resilience and appreciation for normal luxuries. This was not masochism. This was training. Just like physical exercise makes your body stronger by stressing it in controlled ways, voluntary discomfort makes your mind stronger by proving to yourself that you can handle more than you think. Modern applications include taking cold showers, fasting occasionally, walking instead of driving when practical, sleeping without excessive comfort, choosing the harder but more beneficial option when both choices are available. The key is starting small and building gradually. Take cold showers for 30 seconds, then 60 seconds, then longer. Skip one meal occasionally. Walk instead of taking the elevator. Each small victory proves to yourself that comfort is not necessary for happiness, and that you are stronger than your immediate impulses. Habit 5 is focused attention on what you can control. Marcus Aurelius regularly practiced distinguishing between what is up to him and what is not up to him. This sounds simple, but it requires constant awareness because our minds naturally want to worry about and try to control things that are completely outside our influence. Make a daily practice of redirecting your mental energy whenever you catch yourself focused on externals. Cannot control other people's opinions, actions, or reactions. Cannot control economic conditions, whether traffic or global events. Cannot control what happened in the past or what might happen in the future. Can control your thoughts, actions, responses, effort, attitude, values, and daily choices. Can control how much attention you give to productive versus unproductive mental activities. Can control your preparation, your learning, your physical and mental health habits. Every time you catch yourself worrying about something outside your control, ask yourself what you can control in this situation instead. This redirects your energy from anxiety to action, from helplessness to empowerment. Habit 6 is daily philosophical study for practical wisdom. Marcus Aurelius did not just live by Stoic principles. He constantly studied them, refined them, and applied them to new situations. He read other philosophers, discussed ideas with advisors, and regularly updated his understanding based on experience. He treated philosophy not as abstract theory, but as practical technology for living well. Dedicate at least 20 minutes daily to reading, studying, or reflecting on wisdom literature. This could be Stoic texts, modern psychology, biographies of people you admire, or any material that challenges you to think more clearly about how to live well. The key is active engagement, not passive consumption. Take notes. Ask yourself how each idea applies to your current challenges. Test the concepts in your daily life and evaluate what works. This habit ensures that you are constantly upgrading your mental software instead of operating on outdated programming. Habit 7 is service to something larger than yourself. Marcus Aurelius saw his role as emperor not as personal power, but as service to Rome and humanity. He regularly reminded himself that he existed to serve others and contribute to the common good. This sense of purpose beyond personal gain gave meaning to his daily actions and helped him endure the difficulties of leadership. Identify how your daily work and actions serve others or contribute to something meaningful beyond your immediate self-interest. This might be through your career, volunteering, mentoring, creating something valuable, or simply being a positive influence in your family and community. Ask yourself regularly, how are my actions today making the world slightly better? How am I using my abilities to serve something larger than my own comfort and convenience? This perspective transforms routine activities into meaningful contributions and provides motivation that survives temporary setbacks and frustrations. These 7 habits work together as a complete system. Morning reflection prepares your mind. Discipline of desire trains your responses. Evening review creates learning and improvement. Voluntary discomfort builds resilience. Focused attention maximizes your power. Daily study upgrades your wisdom. Service provides meaning and motivation. Marcus Aurelius did not become extraordinary by accident. He became extraordinary by following these precise daily practices until they became automatic. The same transformation is available to you, but only if you commit to consistent implementation rather than just intellectual understanding. Start with one habit and build it solidly before adding the next. Most people try to change everything at once and end up changing nothing permanently. Choose the habit that resonates most strongly with your current needs and practice it daily for at least 2 weeks before incorporating the next one. Remember that these habits are not just about personal improvement. They are about becoming the kind of person who can handle whatever life presents with wisdom, strength, and grace. They are about developing the mental tools that allow you to thrive rather than just survive, to lead rather than just follow, to contribute rather than just consume. The ancient Stoics discovered that excellence is not an act but a habit. Your daily practices determine your character, and your character determines your destiny. If you want to transform your life, start by transforming your daily habits. If you are ready to commit to implementing these 7 Stoic habits, tell me in the comments which one you are going to start with first. And if you want more practical ancient wisdom for modern life, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Your transformation